Every mile I traced down the lines of time, dusty boots and worn out signs. Started out chasing that sunset glow with a heart full of dreams I barely could hold. Barn lights flickered as the night drew near. Every road led back to you, like rusted chains that pull me through. No map or compass could change the view. Every trail, every turn, I found you. Fields of gold under open skies, lost and found in your warm brown eyes. The gravel's rough, but my heart's grown strong. In your arms is where I belong. Through storms and sleepless nights, the long haul on broken lines. No matter where the highway bends, you're the place my journey ends. Every road led back to you, like rusted chains that pull me through. No map or compass could change the view. Every trail, every turn, I found you. Maybe some folks chase the unknown, but I'm rooted where the heart has grown. With every sunset fading hue, I'm coming home to you. Every road led back to you, the final mile, the honest truth. The night was thick with stillness, no word to break the air, just the crackle of the fire, painting stories round us there. We sat beneath the blanket sky, stars hiding far away. Our hearts were speaking in a language no one dared to say. The silence wasn't empty, it was heavy with the fight. Two souls caught in the quiet, holding on through endless night. You reach out through the shadows, your hand found mine in the flame. The warmth between our fingers, whispering our names. ashes out of coals with trembling, steady hands. Your eyes caught the sunrise breaking through the night. Together we kept burning, chasing away the fright. We survived the silence through the fire's glowing light, burning down the cold walls, turning wrongs into right. In every ember's flicker, in every spark that flies, we found our voice again beneath those endless skies. Flames may die to embers, but the heat remains inside. The quiet's just a moment, our love's the rising tide. So here we stand together, scars painted in the glow, silent no more, with fire we grow. The night was thick with smoke, the sky burning red. We stood there on the edge where danger often tread. Your eyes met mine, steady and unafraid. In that fiery moment, a promise was made. We built a life on fragile ground, bricks of trust and tears. But storms came crashing hard, shaking all our years. Every word you said felt like a spark in dry wood, but I held on tight, didn't know if I could. Smoke trail behind us, but we kept walking on through the burning silence where everything felt gone. Loving you was the bravest thing I ever dared to do, running headfirst through the flames just to hold on to you. When the world was crashing down around and hope was worn too thin, I found my courage in your heart. Let the fire come in. The nights were long and heavy with the weight of what could break. We danced on fragile embers for love's uncertain sake. Your hands were rough but steady, a steady guiding light, pulling me through the chaos when nothing felt right. Walls were burning close, but we wouldn't turn away. In the heat of all our trials, we found a brighter day. Loving you was the bravest thing I ashes falling like a rain, but from them roots would grow. Our scars tell our story more than we'll ever know. Through the blaze, through the pain, standing side by side, we are stronger, forged in heat, with nothing left to hide. Loving you was the bravest thing I ever dared to do. Running headfirst through the flames just to hold on to you. When the world was crashing down around and hope was worn too thin, I found my courage in your heart. Let the fire come in. And if the fire comes again, I won't back down or run, because loving you was the bravest thing. And I've only just begun. I remember the day you smiled at me. The world stood still, no place I'd rather be. Morning light bleeding through the old porch frame, coffee brewing slow, calling out your name. Two mugs on the table, stories waiting to unfold. Every little word between us worth more than gold. And when the road gets rough and skies turn gray, I'll be the hand that never slips away. I'd do it all for you, where we belong. Every mile traveled, every country song. Build a little life with you, where hearts are strong, right where our roads align. Forever's where we're drawn. Sunset's falling soft behind that old barn gate. Your laugh lights up the fields, makes the coldness wait. Simple dreams wrapped up in your worn out jeans, living every small moment just like in a scene. When the nights get long and doubts may rise, I'll be the calm that you recognize. I do it all for you, where we belong. Every mile traveled, every country song. Build a little life with you, where hearts I'd never let go. I remember the morning light, soft and slow. Coffee cups left warm on the window's glow. Words that stumbled out, not quite right. We had our fights, but still held tight. That old blue jacket, frayed at the seams. I had my stubborn ways and quiet dreams. Late night talks that spun like fireflies, truths untold behind our eyes. We danced around the edges, never quite insane, faster than we think. We were never easy, never simple or clear. Two roads twisting far too near. But before the last goodbye, beneath that open sky, I wished we could have tried a little more, just you and I. Between these walls, your laughter still rings in the back of my mind. Memories we made, the ties that bind, moments we held tightly, slipping through like rain. A story unfinished, love's bittersweet strain. To burn, just the lessons learned and the corners turned. We were never easy, never simple or clear. Two roads twisting far too near. But before the last goodbye, beneath that open sky, I wished we could have tried a little more, just you and I. No regrets as the day folds slow, just a tale of two hearts that tried to grow. Under the pale kitchen light, we sat with tired eyes, coffee cold before us, and a house full of silent sighs. The summer rain just started, tapping heavy on the tin. We'd been walking on a wire, cursed by storms we couldn't win. Looked across the table, said, could we really make it through? Mountains high, roads so rough, skies never clear and blue. I reached for your weathered hands, hands that once felt like home, but now they trembled caution, fearing we'd soon be alone. I whispered, remember that night by the fire's last glow? We swore that no matter what, we'd never let go. When the storm nearly won and the thunder rolled deep, we held on like stubborn roots through the nights we couldn't sleep. Almost lost to the dark, almost gave up the fight, but that day, heart to heart, we found our way back to the light. Dust on the windowsill, a calendar torn and frayed, days crawling like slow rivers, dreams feeling far and delayed. We traded off stories, pain laid bare on the floor, two souls on the edge, wondering what we live for. You said, maybe we're near the end, maybe the time has come, but I saw a spark in your eyes, like a distant morning sun. When the storm nearly won and the thunder rolled deep, we held on like stubborn roots through the nights we couldn't sleep. Almost lost to the dark, almost gave up the fight, but that day, heart to heart, we found our way back to the light. So here's to the battles, the tears we never showed, to the roads lined with doubt, where our love somehow still glowed. We're standing with scars, but our story goes on. When the storm nearly won, we held on strong. When the storm nearly won and the thunder rolled deep, we held on like stubborn roots through the nights we couldn't sleep. Almost lost to the dark, almost gave up the fight, but that day, heart to heart, we found our way back to the light. Now the rain's just a memory, and the sun breaks through again. When the storm nearly won, love pulled us back in. The old porch creaks beneath my boots, memory built on worn-out roots, dusty frames of moments past, pictures fading but they last. We didn't make it easy, no silver lining on that fight. Bills stacked like mountain peaks, hopes dimming in the fading light. You packed your doubts in a suitcase, I held on to every word. In the silence of the morning, there's a story left unheard. But through the cracks and tears, something somehow stayed alive. A stubborn thread of love and pain, pulling tight despite the divide. We broke, but we stayed, like rivers carving stone. Lost pieces on the floor, but we found a way back home. The threads that tie us, frayed but still strong. In the heart of the struggle is where we belong. Morning coffee tastes like forgiveness, stirred with grit and grace. Your smile's a little softer, but still shines across the space. We're not the stories every song writes about love's perfect end. We're the quiet fight inside, where broken hearts can mend. So we hold the line, no matter what the storm may bring. Between the cracks, a garden of the truest things. We broke, but we stayed, like rivers carving stone. Lost pieces on the floor, but we found a way back home. The threads that tie us, frayed but still strong. In the heart of the struggle is where we belong. No promise was made on perfect days, just a vow to stand through the mess and haze. Our story isn't shiny, it's real and raw, a testament to what true love saw. We broke, but we stayed, like rivers carving stone. Lost pieces on the floor, but we found a way back home. The threads that tie us, frayed but still strong. In the heart of the struggle is where we belong. The porch still creaks beneath our feet, our story strong in every beat. Though worn and weathered, here we stand, tangled threads that made us whole again. I stood at the crossroads where time breaks into a faded photo of me and you. The air was heavy with things left unsaid, between goodbye and forever, the road ahead That night in the kitchen, the fire in your eyes didn't feel like anger, more like goodbyes. The scent of coffee and cinnamon sticks mixed with a silence too thick to fix. We danced on a wire, so thin, so tight, between burning pages and pale candlelight. Every word was a spark, every glance was a flame, trying to catch what's lost in the flame. Through the fire, through the night, fighting for wrong, holding on to right. But between goodbye and forever, there's a line where the heart burns slow and the words don't rhyme. Morning found us with coffee-stained lips, both unwilling to bite, but afraid to eclipse. The clock ticked louder than promises made, loose ends in the fabric starting to fade. We held on tight to the fading light, chasing the truth that slips out of sight. Every touch was ash, every smile was a plea. Still we lingered where fire meets the sea. Through the fire, through the night, fighting for wrong, holding on to right. But between goodbye and forever, there's a line where the heart burns slow and the words don't rhyme. No promises left in the smoke and the heat, just two souls tired, refusing defeat. Maybe some fires aren't meant to last, but we're holding on, learning from the past. Through the fire, through the night, fighting for wrong, holding on to right. But between goodbye and forever, there's a line where the heart burns slow and the words don't rhyme. So here we stand, between ashes and fade, with stories unfinished and love half awake. Between goodbye and forever, we sway, finding our peace in the fire's last ray. Sunlight cuts through the broken blinds. Coffee's cold, but I sit and find moments left where your laugh used to be. The porch swing still creaking like your old boots. Dust on the table, photos in loops. We spoke in silence, words left unsaid. Felt like building a house on broken bed. I traced the lines where we lost control. Pieces of us scattered, taking their toll. But in the quiet I find a spark, a little light behind the dark. After the storm settles down, when the sky clears this town, I'm holding on to what didn't fade away. Though the road's been rough and strange, love's still here after the change. Finding you in the silence of yesterday. The garden's wild where we used to plant. Memories tangle like the vines that grew rampant. You're leaving change the rhythm, the tune. But seasons roll on and so must I too. I walk the path where our footprints blend, wondering if we'll find a way to bend. Even broken parts can find their place in the cracks. There's a gentle grace. After the storm settles down, when the sky clears this town, I'm holding on to what didn't fade away. Though the road's been rough and strange, love's still here after the change. Finding you in the silence of yesterday. Time ain't a healer, it's a teacher, they say. Shows you the colors and shades of gray. And what we had isn't lost or rearranged. It's just a different kind of love in the aftermath we've claimed. After the storm settles down, when the sky clears this town, I'm holding on to what didn't fade away. Though the road's been rough and strange, love's still here after the change. Finding you in the silence of yesterday. So here I stand, not the same as before. Learning love's what you find after the war. The porch light flickers on a summer night. Old boots by the door, worn from chasing daylight. Mama's in the kitchen humming soft and low. A cup of sweet tea and a radio show. Remember that old barn where the fireflies danced? We carved our names on that withered old plank. The wind carries stories through the pine and the oaks. You said love was more than the words we spoke. But the road got rough and the nights grew cold. We held on tighter, but the truth unfolds. Still, if you still believe in the dreams we made, there's a place where time and hearts don't fade. If you still headed past forgotten fields, carrying the secrets that time never steals. We built our dreams on promises won. Learn love's a garden that needs to be torn. Though the nights get long and the stories bend, there's a truth in endings that leads to again. So if you still believe in the hands we held, there's a promise waiting unbroken and well. If you still believe where the heartbeats live, where the past and future find room to forgive, through the storms and miles that we've crossed, there's a light in the dark, never truly lost. Hearts in the hollow still call your name, where love isn't perfect but it's not the same. If you still believe, we'll find our way back to the place where our love chose to stay. So light the lantern down by the creek, where our stories rest and the rivers speak. If you still believe in the love we live, hearts in the hollow will always forgive. The night falls soft, the stars come out. I'm driving down our old back roads. Memories flicker like the lights along the way. Every turn feels like a promise told. We met beneath that maple tree, where leaves would dance in autumn's breeze. Your laugh was warm, your eyes so clear, the kind of thing you hold so near. But life had plans that pulled us tight, different cities, restless nights. Yet here I am, my heart in hand, choosing you again. All the paths I walked alone led me back to what I've known. Every step and every mile took me to your waiting smile. Tonight I'm yours again, no doubts, no fears, just truth. And when the world gets loud, but in your arms I find my perfect calm. Still choosing you tonight, under these soft porch lights. With every beat my heart declares I'm yours and always there. The coffee's brewing on the stove, the kettle sings our favorite tune. Old photographs lined on the wall, a gallery of me and you. The storms we faced, the tears we shed, like rivers running parallel. But now the waters have run clear, and what was lost is drawing near. Every morning, every night, I wake where it feels right. Through the quiet and the noise, I'm choosing you, my only choice. forevermore. I walked those streets where we first met. Underneath that old oak tree, the world had spun and pulled at us, but love found its hold on me. Back then the days were quick and bright. We chased the dreams with open hands, but time had shifted like the wind, and nothing went just as we planned. We stood at a crossroads, hearts on the line, learning how to live and let each other shine. It wasn't easy, but we made it through, discovering love that's honest and true. This love, it learned to breathe again. In the quiet moments when the storm had passed, through every change, through thick and thin, it grew stronger, a flame made to last. There were nights of silence, tears unsaid, finding words to heal the past. You held me close without a doubt, proving love could outlast the contrast. We stood at a crossroads, hearts on the line, learning how to live and let each other shine. It wasn't easy, but we made it through, discovering love that's honest and true. This love, it learned to breathe again. In the quiet moments when the storm had passed, through every change, through thick and thin, it grew stronger, a flame made to last. Like rivers finding new paths to the sea, we found our way where we're meant to be. Not perfect, just real, and that's enough. A love rebuilt with steady hands and trust. This love, it learned to breathe again. In the quiet moments when the storm had passed, through every change, through thick and thin, it grew stronger, a flame made to last. Love learned to breathe, and now it's free. In every breath, you're here with me. Sunset slow behind those hills, but in your eyes a spark still lingers on. The coffee cups and weathered boots, the kind of love that keeps moving strong. Morning mixed with a dusty road where we chased dreams that felt so wide. Your hand in mine, rough and worn like the worn leather saddles we ride. When the nights get cold and long and the world feels hard to face, I find my way back home, just looking at the light in your gaze. A light that never fades, shining through the rain, in the heart where hope still lives, where love remains. Even when the road gets tough, your eyes tell me enough. There's a fire burning bright in the light that never fades. We've seen storms that tore the sky and fields that turn to dust. But side by side through every mile we held on tight through trust. When the nights get cold and long and the world feels hard to face, I find my way back home, just looking at the light in your gaze. Light that never fades, shining through the rain, in the heart where hope still lives, where love remains. Even when the road gets tough, your eyes tell me enough. There's a fire burning bright in the light that never fades. Remember that dusty porch swing where promises weren't just words, but the rhythm of our lives still singing strong, still moving forward. A light that never fades, shining through the rain, in the heart where hope still lives, where love remains. Even when the road gets tough, your eyes tell me enough. There's a fire burning bright in the light that never fades. Sun's gone down, but here I am, with you where the light still stands. Porch light flickers soft and low, your hand in mine, we don't say no. The night rolls in, the fire's bright, we linger on till morning light. Old pickup rusting by the gate, your laughter rolls, I hesitate. The radio hums a quiet tune, cotton and pine beneath the silver moon. No words to break the peaceful hold, just stories shared and touches bold. You're closer now, but still we stay. Not a single word to send away. We stayed where silence felt like a song. The night held us in its soft, slow throng. No need to say goodbye or goodbye's name, just two Your smile says what words could never do. A quiet truth I'm holding on to. The clock may turn, but here we're bound in this stillness. Love is found. We stayed where silence felt like a song. The night held us in its soft, slow throng. No need to say goodbye or goodbye's name. Just two hearts beating in the same flame. When dawn peeks in through curtains thin, we'll face the day, let dreams begin. But now let's keep this moment slow. Let the world wait. Let the morning go. We stayed where silence felt like a song. The night held us in its soft, slow throng. No need to say goodbye or goodbye's name. Just two hearts beating in the same flame. To morning light, we'll hold this time. No need for words, no final line. Just here with you, where we belong, in the night that kept us strong. Sometimes the night feels too heavy to bear, when all you want is a breath of fresh air. We sat on the porch just watching the stars, two weary hearts nursing their scars. The silence spoke louder than words could show, where we almost gave up, but we didn't let go. There's a line we all wrestled in the sand. Hold tight or slip right through our hands. Hold on till morning, when the light feels new. When the night's heavy, I'll be holding you. We're standing on the edge, but some the tears start to fall, I'll be your shelter through it all. No matter how dark, no matter how slow, we'll keep the fire burning low. Hold on till morning, watch the sky as it turns. Every new dawn is a chance we earn. We're standing on the edge, but we chose to say no to the place where we almost gave up if we don't let go. Sometimes it's the hardest fight we fight that leads us back to the light. Late nights spent on worn-out tale, the quiet ain't for us. Broken roads and cigarette smoke, in the silence we combust. You had that stubborn heart, I had a restless mind. Two sparks on a dry field, every step a fight to find. The calm we chased like a river, slipping right out of our hands. Never made it past the thunder, never found those promised lands. But every storm we weathered only pulled us deeper in. Burning bridges on our own, way too wild to give in. We were never easy in the quiet, never soft in the still. Love was flames we couldn't tame, a wild horse running uphill. And though the silence screams between us now, I wouldn't trade the pain. We were never easy in the quiet, but alive in the pouring rain. Your laugh could light the darkest nights, your fight could shake the ground. We danced around the edges where the calm was never found. Broken words and worn out promises scattered in the breeze. Still we held on to the fire, burning down with such ease. Every heartache carved a story, every fight left a scar. We crashed and burned together, two wild souls afar. We were never easy in the quiet, never soft in the still. Love was flames we couldn't tame, a wild horse running uphill. And though the silence screams between us now, I wouldn't trade the pain. We were never easy in the quiet, but alive in the pouring rain. Now the nights are colder and the road ahead is clear, but I still feel that fire flicker, a memory held near. Maybe easy wasn't in our stars, maybe calm was never meant, But in every wild, chaotic moment, that's where our hearts were spent. We were never easy in the quiet, never soft in the still. Love was flames we couldn't tame, a wild horse running uphill. And though the silence screams between us now, I wouldn't trade the pain. We were never easy in the quiet, but alive in the pouring rain. No, we were never easy, but we sure were real. The road runs along beneath the sky. Dust kicks up where memories lie. Worn boots trace the steps I know, back to where the river flows. I've counted all the nights apart, holding both pieces of my heart. Tried to swear off this old fight, but it pulls me back every time. Your faded jeans and worn out smile haunt my dreams across the miles. Seems no matter how hard I try, I keep on walking back to you. And it's not about the glory or the pall of past mistakes. It's the way you laugh when morning breaks. If I had to walk back again down that dusty road where we began, I'd choose you. Yes, I'd choose you one more time. Even when the night's unkind and the winds don't seem to guide, if I had to walk back again, I'd choose you by my side. There's a porch light still burning bright in the window through the quiet night. I picture you in faded light, waiting for me just like before. The coffee pot is almost dry, but your smile's still on my mind. I know it's foolish, maybe true, but I keep on coming back to you. Not chasing dreams that fade away, but holding tight to where I stay with you through every breaking day. If I had to walk back again down that dusty road where we began, I'd choose you. Yes, I'd choose you one more time. Even when the night's unkind and the winds don't seem to guide, if I had to walk back again, I'd choose you by my side. Sometimes the hardest miles teach the heart what's true. Every step leads me back to you. If I had to walk back again down that dusty road where we began, I'd choose you. Yes, I'd choose you one more time. Even when the night's unkind and the winds don't seem to guide, if I had to walk back again, I'd choose you by my side. Yeah, one more time I'd find my way back to you, come what may. porch light flickers as the night turns cold. Empty chairs rocking in the stories untold. Stars hang low on this restless sky. We sit apart, neither asking why. You pour the coffee, I stare at the wall. Old photographs curled and starting to fall. No raised voices, just loaded air. Words we can't find, hanging everywhere. Silence isn't peace, it's a clenched fist tight, waiting for the storm, hidden out of sight. We were never easy, never smooth and clean, like a river rough and wild, running in between every quiet moments, a scream beneath the skin. Battles lost and won where no one else steps in. The clock keeps ticking, but time stands still. 1,000 small wounds no one will heal. Words left unspoken pile like autumn leaves. With every sigh, another thread we unweave. This kind of silence burns, it doesn't bend. Fights that start and stop never really end. We were never easy, never calm or clear, like lightning in a bottle, close but nowhere near. The quiet screams louder than a storm outside. Hold on to the line where our truths collide. Maybe someday we'll talk it out, find pieces buried beneath the doubt. Until then, in the space between, we live the hardest parts unseen. We were never easy, never smooth and clean, like a river rough and wild, running in between every quiet moments, a scream beneath the skin. Battles lost and won where no one else steps in. So here we are, apart but near, living with the silence too loud to hear. The city's pulse has quieted down again. The windows dim, but I'm holding on to win. Your hand found mine through thick and thin. Even now we're fighting for us when the dark sets in. Street lights flicker, our rooms grow cold. No power lines humming, no warmth to hold. But your eyes still sparkle like fireside glow. A silent promise in the night letting me know it's not the lights that make us shine, it's every stubborn heart of yours and mine. Even when the world goes black, I'll find you there, standing strong no matter what we bear. When the lights go out and the nights get long, we'll build a flame from every fight, we're strong. No need for candles, just your hand in mine, rewriting our story line by line. Fighting for us, all fighting for us again. In the quiet dark, we don't need the sun to win. Coffee's cold, but the fire's still bright. Laughing off the blackout, holding you tight. No screens to scroll, just stories we spin. Every word a thread that pulls us in. This silence births a deeper sound of love, relentless, solid ground. When the power's gone, our hearts remain, fueling hope against the pouring rain. When the lights go out and the nights get long, we'll build a flame from every fight, we're strong. No need for candles, just your hand in mine, rewriting our story line by line. Fighting for us, all fighting for us again. In the quiet dark, we don't need the sun to win. Let's dance through the silence, the night our dance floor. Our voice is louder than the storm outdoors. Every blackout's just a chance to begin a fight for us. Love's unbreakable hand. When the lights go out and the nights get long, we'll build a flame from every fight, we're strong. No need for candles, just your hand in mine, rewriting our story line by line. Fighting for us, all fighting for us again. In the quiet dark, we don't need the sun to win. So let the lights fade, we've got what it takes. Stronger in the dark, with every step we make. Sunlight drips through half-closed blinds. Coffee cools where we left it behind. Old porch swing sways with a lazy wind. This house still holds where we began. Yeah. Rusted signs, two hearts beat to different times. You packed your bags in a quiet storm. left the kitchen cold, but kept it warm. And I watched the calendar pages turn, learning lessons love had to burn. This is the map of the roads we made, worn out shoes and hearts that stayed. Lost the fight but gained the fight's light. When the dust settles low, we find what's right. Your laughter rings in the garden still, under the oak against our will. Photographs and letters faded gold, stories of us that never got old. I'm tracing footprints where you used to go, learning how to love what love let go. This is the map of the roads we made, worn out shoes and hearts that stayed. Lost the fight but gained the fight's light. When the dust settles low, we find what's right. No grand goodbyes, no final show, just quiet